Greetings, I'm Barrett and welcome to Meet Me at the Table. Today we're going to be doing a playthrough of The Phantom, the card game. This is going to be a unique playthrough because this will be a Kickstarter playthrough. I'm going to be doing the upcoming expansion that is located right here. The game at the time of this recording is back on Kickstarter for the core game and the new expansion that they have created. I'd like to thank Mike over at the One Stop Coop Shop for giving me his copy and allowing me to do the playthrough for the upcoming expansion. This is going to be a little bit different because I am not going to play this whole thing. I may just play through the first couple chapters so you can see what is going to be part of the new expansion, but just bear in mind you're not going to see the entire thing, so this is not a full playthrough spoiler. It's just going to be maybe the first couple chapters. For those of you that have never played The Phantom, the card game, this game is very similar to some of the LCG type experiences out there. You're going to get a deck of base cards for your character, and they're going to be expanded on as you play through some of the missions. You're going to be able to add in other cards and remove other cards to make your deck more powerful or better suited for certain scenarios. This is a 1 to 2 player cooperative game. You can either play as the Phantom or you can also play as Diana. Now, if you're excited to see how the new expansion is shaping up for the Phantom, then I need you to meet me at the table. This expansion comes with a small pamphlet here that tells you a little bit about what is going on in the expansion. Also, on the flip side, it has its rules set that it has to do with this expansion. And in this expansion, we're going to be gaining some new things such as Tough. The cool thing about this one is I'm excited for these side missions. In these, you may unlock side missions while playing the adventure. Side missions can enrich the adventures even more by rewarding you with player cards. A side mission is included in this expansion, and other ones potentially going forward might have more side missions. We also have a rule called Tough that we're going to deal with. It shows you the components that are found in this upcoming Kickstarter, and you will have to know that this Kickstarter is up for potentially changing as it goes forward. This is a Kickstarter, so it is not the final copy, but it is probably very close. As you can see by the components, it really looks great. I'm going to be doing a quick setup. If you're interested in seeing an in-depth setup, go check out Mike's playthrough over at the One Stop Co-op Shop. I'm going to place my injury deck there. I'm going to place my 17 card deck right here. We're going to give it a good old truffle shuffle so it's all set to go here. We'll place it right there. Up here is where we'll be placing our resources, and this is where we're going to be learning about the phases of the game. And I'll probably use this the first phase, but after that we'll probably speed up a little bit. I will be playing with the base components that you would get for your very first game. I have not upgraded this deck at all. We'll see how it works against this first mission. It could be an absolute disaster. We will find out. To begin our story, we'll flip over our first lore card and read what it says. It says, "The Terrorist Prince. Chatu, born as prince of the Wambesi tribe, recently returned to Bengalia after being a notorious terrorist in Rhodia. Chatu is plotting something bad in Mawatan, the capital of Bengalia. You decide to step in as you carefully investigate." Now, I first want to apologize if I've written any of those names wrong, but we're going to go ahead and move into the setup for our adventure here. Each adventure is going to have you put cards away and get cards ready. This, like I said, very similar to some other card building and adventure type games. So we have, first we're going to place our Fedora card 2 and 3 in the discard pile. We're going to, each legend, which is a word they use for your character, gains 6 good mark resource tokens. We're going to set aside all the terrorist cards, shuffle 7 through 9 to create a destiny deck. We're going to shuffle all lead cards 10 through 15 and place them one by one face down on destiny row. We'll place Terror in Mawatan Part 1 as the active mission. So like our card says, we'll take cards 7 through 9, shuffle them up to create our destiny deck. Then we have cards 10 through 15. We'll shuffle them out, and it does say to place them one by one face down on the destiny row. So we'll place them just like this. We'll see how this all plays out. There we go. Those are all set up. Next, we'll take our 2 Fedora cards and place them out of play. We'll take the 3 Terrorist cards and also place them out of play as well. Next, we'll take our Terror in Matuan Part 1 here, and it is, we can either choose to play on normal, heroic. We could also play on hard, or mythic, sorry, or easy. We'll play on normal. We'll see how this goes. So on this particular chapter here, we have, when it says that we have to each destiny phase, instead of revealing a destiny card, we're going to place 1 time token on this card. If there are 4 time tokens on this card, you immediately lose the game. We can also get rid of any type of resource to reveal a card. And if there are 3 or more lead cards here returned to the game box during the fate phase, immediately read Part 2. Here are the different phases of the game. You are going to be able to do the recovery phase where you can heal or ready all of your player cards. During the destiny phase, we'll reveal 1 destiny card and resolve the destiny card. Now, of course, in this adventure, we're just placing a time token. Then we're going to prepare. We're going to draw cards until we're at our hand limit, and normally that is 3 unless something in the game has changed it. In order to discard, play, and activate cards in initiate combat will be part of the adventure phase. We can do that in any order. The fate phase, we can take damage from enemy cards. Then we're going to clean up. We're going to discard cards from your hand and return excess resource tokens. And the limit to your resources here is 6. We start the game with 6 of these what they call good resources, and these are dual-sided tokens that you can use during this game. So we're going to place these all right here. These are a resource we can use when playing some of our cards or potentially using them in this scenario to reveal cards. There will be no recovery phase because this is the very first turn. We will then move into the destiny phase where we'll draw a destiny card, but according to our mission here, we are just going to place a time token down on that card. Our next phase is the preparation. I will draw up to my hand limit, which is 3 unless something tells us otherwise. We have Message from the Jungles, a Campfire, and Shelter. So the way these cards work is first it shows you what it is. This is an action, that's an item, and another action. Over here is resources you will gain if you discard the card. Over here is what resource you need to play in order to be able to, in order to be able to play the card out in your area. So that's how you play these cards. Then, of course, after it's in your area, you're able to perform this action, which I can discard the card to peek at the top card of any deck, then place it back on top, face down. And I gain any resource I want. So it's almost as like a free card if you're ever able to play it, because it's going to cost you any resource, and you can gain any resource back from it. So it's a pretty powerful card. Shelter, on the other hand, is a card I'm probably going to discard. We're going to discard that card to gain one of these stealth symbols. Now, notice I'm over my limit, but I don't have to worry about that until we go to the final thing. I'm going to play out my Campfire card, and I'm going to hold on to this for a second. I'm going to discard this. It says I can discard any token to be able to play this. And look, actually, I got a ton of these. Let's discard one of these. We're going to discard this to be able to play out our Campfire. And with Campfire, then, I can discard this to ready any card that I have in my area that I've used. Moving up to our Destiny row here, we do have our card here that allows us to remove any one type of resource to be able to draw a Destiny card. So we are going to get rid of our good token here, and that's going to allow us to draw the top card of this Destiny deck, and we found a false lead. That didn't help at all. But I do have to discard this card, so it's no longer coming back. It actually goes right in the discard pile. So there's a chance it comes back, but hopefully not. We're going to remove our next token and draw another card from our row. And we have found Surveil. It says event, flip a face down card in the Destiny row. Shuffle this card and all cards in the resolved pile into your Destiny deck. Okay, so I'm going to have to put this card back in there, shuffle it up. But I do get to reveal one of the cards. That's going to be great because remember, we have to reveal multiple cards and deal with multiple cards. We have to get rid of 3 or more. I think I'll start with this card right here. Let's see what we have found. We found a Lookout. Check out this guy. I have to kill this guy. Okay, he's got 4 health. And I have to take him out, and I don't really have any way to really take a guy out. That's no good. If we go back down here, you'll see that I need a token like this in order to be able to initiate combat. And I don't have that, but I could play this. I can play any one type of symbol to put that here. Then I can discard it to peek at the top card. I'm going to peek at the top card of this deck and see what it is. Oh, it's a sleeper cell. What's this? Place 1 terrorist card from those set aside on the Destiny row. Oh, yuck. I have to put that back face. I can put it on the bottom. Let's see here. Place it back on top. Oh, yuck. I don't want it on top. All right, we're going to... Now I definitely have to take this guy out. I'm going to discard this, and I'm going to gain any type of token. I'm going to gain this token. At this point, I can initiate combat. The way combat works is I'm able to do 1 damage, and then I can draw a card and deal damage equal to the amount of X's on it, And also I can discard other tokens to deal damage as well, but I don't have any more of those tokens. And we found this token. That is not going to help. So we did 1 damage to this lookout. Oh, that's terrible. All right, we'll put him back up there. We are going to continue this terrible plan here. I'm going to discard another token to look at the top of my card deck. We know what it is. It's a splinter cell. I'm going to discard that and I have to put a terrorist into play. Here's our terrorist. I'm just going to place him right here underneath this guy. Oh, he's got tough. So what this means is I can only do a maximum amount of damage to him each turn. On easy mode, you can do as much as you want, but on normal and hard, I can only ever do 2 damage to this guy. Oh, that's going to be tough. Get it? We're going to discard another token and look at the next card of the Destiny deck. All right, we found another one of the Surveil cards. So we'll go ahead and shuffle all these in here and we'll draw another card and see what we get. Let's flip over this card right here. It can't be another lookout. Oh, it's a suspicious van. I can actually exhaust an item to return suspicious van to the game box. And I have an item right here, campfire. So I'm going to exhaust this item to be able to return this to the box. So we've done 1 of 3. We only need to do 2 more. I'm going to keep this token. We're going to be done looking at cards for now because I don't have any way to exhaust anything. So if I find another van, that's not going to help. And I definitely don't want any more terrorists out on the board, and I don't want any more lookouts out on the board. That's going to be terrible. We'll go to the fate. So now I'm going to take damage for each enemy card. There's 2 enemy cards. I'm going to take 2 damage. So we'll draw our 2 damage cards and see what we have. We have a flesh wound. It says here, if you have a total of 3 injury cards in play at the same time, you are knocked out. Here it says head injury. You cannot activate any abilities or allies cards while head injury is in play. If you have 2 head injuries, you're knocked out. Okay, well that's no good. Knocked out is no good. Now we're going to go to the cleanup phase. I'm going to discard any other cards I have. I don't have any. It's always best to try to play all your cards if you can. At this point, we will also get rid of any excess tokens. I do not have any excess tokens. And we'll move into the recovery phase where I can either heal or ready my card. I am going to heal because if I gain any more wounds, I'm in big trouble. We'll go to our Destiny time, which means I'm going to put a time token on here. I'd normally draw a card from the Destiny deck, but that's not going to happen. We'll draw 3 cards here, 1, 2, 3, while we go into our preparation phase. We have found a Bandier Explorer. He's an ally. I can exhaust him and any other resource to gain a good token. All right, but I can discard him to gain a good token. Another one of those guys. And we got, oh, look at this, the Colt 45. I could put this on a common enemy on the result. Okay, here's the deal. So I can play this out here, but I need to get 3 skulls. I don't know how I'm ever going to get 3 skulls. Well, this guy can, nope, I'm not going to get 3 skulls anytime soon, which is too bad. But I can at least discard this to gain one of these tokens, which is going to be fantastic because I can then initiate combat, hopefully take out that lookout. Then I also have these 2. I think we're going to discard both of them as well, but I could play one because I could discard one to gain this. Then I could play both of these in order to gain this ability where I have to use 1 to gain one of these. I don't know about that. We'll see what happens here. I think I'm going to discard him to gain another token so we can look at some more of our Destiny row or Destiny deck and hopefully get some more of those on the row taken care of. We're going to pay one of our good tokens here to be able to check out our next card in our Destiny pile here. Oh, another false lead. Oh, barf. Put it in the resolve pile. I'm going to get rid of another one of those tokens to look at another one. Come on, not this. If this guy comes out, I think it's a game over here. Oh, we got another Surveil. Flip the face down card on a Destiny roll. All right, now I've moved all these down. I'm just going to flip the next one out. If there's a lookout, we're in big trouble. This is a suspicious person. I can exhaust an ally and return suspicious person to the game box. Oh, I discarded all my allies. I turned them into resources. That's okay, but I wouldn't have had the resources to flip that over if I didn't. I think we have to initiate combat next, so I'm going to use this token to initiate combat, and we're going to try to take out this lookout. So I'm doing 1 plus however many skull symbols are on my next card. And we got the Colt 45. That's exactly what it's so good. So I did 3 more symbols. So we did a total of 4 damage to this guy. And I think I can even spill one over onto this other guy. So we're going to put 1 on him and 3 on the lookout. That means we took this lookout out. That's one of the other ones we need to do. We only need 1 more in order to be able to go to the second part of this. Oh, that's so good. I do have 1 more token left, but I think we're going to save it again. I don't know what I'm saving it for. I need to, well, because maybe we have to pay to actually put down one of these guys next time. If I draw one, that'd be awesome. So at this point, we will do our fate phase. I'm going to take a damage from that terrorist, a leg injury. Your maximum hand size decreased by 1 while leg injury is placed. Oh, that's terrible. So I have to heal the leg injury again. And I'm not going to be able to ready this card, which is terrible. Now I can't even discard it. All right, that's it. We're going to do the cleanup phase. Oh, I forgot to shuffle up our Destiny deck here. We have to give this a good old truffle shuffle so it's all set to go here. We'll place that back up there. And now we'll draw. What are we going to do? Oh, no, we have to go to the recovery phase. We can heal. Yeah, we're healing this leg injury. I'm not going to be able to unexhaust that, but that's okay. I don't like that leg injury. I want 3 cards. We're then going to move into our Destiny phase. We're going to put another token on our card right up there. Then we're going to draw 3 cards in our adventure phase and see what they are. Well, I know it's not a Colt 45. Let's see what we found. We found Sprint, where I can discard this to draw a card. I got a Bandier Warrior. This is my ally. But what do I have? I don't have enough to be able to put this guy out. Then we got a campfire, another campfire. Okay, I can discard the campfire to get this. I can get 2 of these symbols. That's going to be terrible because I need more symbols to play my Bandier Warrior. I don't think we're going to make it. Wow, this is out of control. All right, well, let's see what we can do. We have 1 more symbol here to draw a card. Maybe that's enough that we can get. Maybe if I can get one that does an item or an action, I might be okay. Let's see what we can do. We're going to discard this token to draw one of our cards from our Destiny deck here. All right, this guy's out of control. Come on. Oh, yes, we got the Surveil card here. So I'm going to mix this back in here. We're going to flip over another card. But first, we're going to give this a good old truffle shuffle here. And we're going to draw another card. Maybe we'll do this one and see what it is. Oh, it's another Lookout. I don't think I have the ability to take this guy out. We have our 3 cards here, but I think that's game. I don't think I have any way to do this. I need to get an ally on the board, and this is the only ally I have. I can't play him out here. Wow, this expansion is really tough. I can't even believe how fast I'm going to lose this. I can't do anything about this. I have a Lookout out there. I could initiate combat, I believe, because I could discard all 3 of these to gain these symbols. If I do that, I can at least go to combat, but I'm not going to do 4 damage to this Lookout to be able to go to the next turn. And if there's ever 4 tokens on the card, I'm immediately lose the game. We're going to lose the game when it comes to the next Destiny phase. So at this point, I think that's really my only choice. I think what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of our campfire. We're going to discard that to gain one of these tokens, which then I'm going to spend to play Sprint, which then I'm going to discard to be able to draw a card. Who knows? Maybe something good might happen. What's this? Message from the jungle. I can play this. Okay, here's what I can't play it because look, I need 1. Oh, I can do any symbol. We're going to discard that to grab this. Then we're going to discard that because I can play it using any of these. And then I can discard it to peek at the top card of any deck and place it back face down. And I can grab any resource. I'm going to grab the combat resource. Again, I don't think it's going to matter. But first I get to look at the top card of a deck. So let's see which one is on top of this Destiny deck. Oh, it is the Surveil. Oh, then I don't even care what's right here. I think we're going to, but again, I don't think any token's going to help me out. I can't believe this. All right, let's just go see what that card, one of the cards in the Destiny row is. Now, of course, I can discard this to be able to look at to draw the card, and it's this, so that's fantastic. Now, the problem is I can look at one of these. I don't know what these are going to be, but I don't think there's anything I'm going to do about it. Oh, we got another suspicious van, but again, I'm not going to be able to exhaust any item before the Destiny phase in order for me to get rid of that suspicious van. Wow, wonder what the easy one is. Maybe we should try that on easy here. What's easy? If there are ever 5 time tokens. Let's just flip this over and play on easy. So at least you can see a little bit more of what this game is all about. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle this back up. So now we're on easy mode. I've changed it to easy mode. We're going to put those back. Now, of course, I am going to take 2 damage from these guys, which is going to be pretty ridiculous. We'll go into our fate phase. So I'm going to take 2 damage from the 2 enemies that are out there. We have a flesh wound and a shoulder injury. You cannot activate any ability or weapon cards while shoulder injury is in play. And if you have 2 shoulder injury cards at the same time you're knocked out, oh man, so I could potentially be knocking myself out by drawing 2 wounds at the same time. That's terrible. If you have a total of 3 injury cards in play at the same time, you're knocked out. Nope, we're going to just heal ourselves when it comes to our recovery phase. I'm going to get rid of both those cards. I have to. We're going to go to the Destiny phase, so I do have to put 1 more time on it, which means our game would be over on normal mode, but we're going to play on easy mode, so at least we get another turn here. Hopefully that's enough to get rid of one of those things up there. Here's our ally again. Well, at least we got an item. I can definitely put that item out. And we're going to put that item out by discarding this in order to gain one of these tokens. I'm then going to use that token to pay for the campfire, which then I'm going to exhaust to be able to put the suspicious van back into the game box, which now means we have put 3 cards into the game box, meaning we can advance to the next thing. We'll look at our next lore card here. We have the target. Having gathered sufficient evidence that the terrorists intend to plant a bomb in the government center, you inform President Luago about your findings. Convinced, he dispatches his special forces to aid you in thwarting Chatu's plan. Take down Chatu before he can trigger the explosion. So at this point, we're going to add a lot of these different things in, but I think this might be where I stop because I don't want to reveal too much more. Well, actually, at this point, I will warn you, I am going to go into the second chapter of this. I don't know how many chapters there are, but I don't want to spoil the whole thing. We're going to move into chapter 2. I have a feeling I'm not going to last very long, but at least you can see what the setup looks like for this part. The first thing it tells us to do is put 2 special forces units into the discard pile. These are going to give us the ability to do combat. That's fantastic. But look, it takes 2 and 1 to even play this out here. And if I do, I can exhaust them to do 1 damage, which actually is pretty good. So we'll put both of those in the discard pile. At this point, all of my available spots get filled up with these tokens here. Oh, that's going to be so good. So now I think we're going to combat mode. We've already surveillanced the whole thing. We found out what's out there. Now we're going to combat. The next thing we're going to do is set aside the remaining lead cards. Next, we'll return all the Destiny cards back to the game box. Next, we'll place Chatu the Python in the Destiny row here on his easy normal mode. Now, tough isn't going to matter on easy. And then we're also going to play the other terrorists out here as well. I'm going to heal this terrorist. I'm not sure if I should, but that's okay. We'll make it even more difficult on easy mode than it should be. This is going to be fun. Then I'm going to skip to the cleanup phase. And then I'm going to place the next mission down here. It says right here, replace the active mission with Terror in Montwana. And we'll be doing part 2. Each Destiny phase, instead of revealing a Destiny card, place 1 time token on this card. If there are 4 or more time tokens, Chatu blows up the government center and you immediately lose. If the Python has 1 or more damage on it, immediately go to phase 3. So we'll put that right there and we go straight into the cleanup phase. And that means I have to discard this. I don't get to keep that card. We're going to move to the recovery phase where I can heal and ready all player cards. So I'm going to ready my player cards this time because I don't have to heal. I got 2 campfires camping out in the city. We're going to go to the Destiny phase, which I'm going to place a time token on our mission card. And if this ever has, what did it say, 5? 4 time on it. What's normal? 3? Oh my gosh. All right, 4 on it. All right, that's fantastic. We'll put that right there. Then we'll go into the preparation phase. We'll draw 3 cards. I have 1, and at this point you always just reshuffle your deck back in there and draw a card, and there is no repercussions to reshuffling your deck, which is pretty cool. We're going to place 2 more cards here and see what they are. We have Sprint, message from the bottom. Look, we got our Colt 45. Oh, I can put my Colt 45 out because look at all these tokens I have. Let's do it. I'm going to put out 3. I'm going to pay 3 of these to put my Colt 45 into action. And for this one, I can exhaust this. I'm going to reveal a card. If I get a skull, I get to put a common enemy on the resolved pile. If I get this, I have to discard this card. In other words, it ran out of bullets. We have these 2 cards as well, but I think we're going to try to see what we can do with that Colt 45 first before we do. Oh, wait, I got a plan. Check this out. I'm a smart man. I'm going to discard this card to gain this token. Then I'm going to play this token to be able to play message from the jungle. Then I'm going to discard this to be able to peek at the top card of any deck. I'm going to peek at this one, see what it is. Oh, look at that. That's a bad symbol. If I were to use my gun without looking at that symbol, I would have had to discard my gun. So we're not going to do that. Instead, we're going to do what we did, and I get to gain any 1 token. I'm going to gain the combat token because it seems to be what the deal is for this. So we'll see what we can do now. I got a lot of combat here. Now, when I initiate combat, I could go ahead and just attack this guy, but remember, each one of these guys is going to hit me with a damage, and there's potentially death that's going to happen from this. So I think what we're going to do is we are going to initiate combat. I'm going to attack him, and attack him, and then we're going to attack this guy. So we got 4 different attacks coming in. The first one against this character right here, we're going to only do 1 damage. That's no good. It's going to go away. Then I could attack him again. I think I will. I will attack him again with this token right here. We already knew what that was. I totally forgot what that was. Then we got here. This one could be anything. I'll take a skull symbol, so we're going to do 2 damage there. Then I've got one more. We're going to attack him again and hopefully get rid of him. We have to be able to get rid of him. Oh, look at that, 2. If I would have got this right away, that would have been awesome. So he's going to take a ton of damage, but he can only take a maximum of 2 because he's tough. Well, not on easy. He could have taken a maximum of whatever I wanted to on easy, but we're going to get rid of him. He's going to go back in the resolved area. Then I have one more attack I'm going to do on him, and that's going to be, I'm going to do 1 damage to him as well because there's no other symbols, and I have no other ones to get rid of. We're going to then call it there. We're going to do our 1 damage, and if we look at this, it does say, if Chatu the Python has 1 or more damage on it, immediately read 3. Oh, wait, let's see what it says here. I don't think I could do this. You may not place damage on Chatu the Python while there are other cards in the Destiny row. Oh, I couldn't even attack him until these guys are dead. Wow, that's ridiculous. Okay, well, I did 1 damage to him then. Oh, my goodness. We'll go to the Fate time here, and I'm going to grab 3 of these cards. I got a leg injury. Oh, look at this, leg injuries and shoulder injuries. Oh, the Phantom is dead. Oh, he's been knocked out. Because it says here, if you have 2 leg injury cards in play. Oh, I don't have 2 leg injury cards, but look at this. The flesh wound, I think, is going to get me here. It says, if you ever have a total of 3 injury cards in play at the same time, you are knocked out. So I got hit by 3 people. That's enough to knock out the Phantom. Wow, this expansion is super tough. I love the fact that it got so much more difficult because you can play the 3 base game expansion here. You can play the base 3 games, and you can power up your deck with some of the cards from when you are able to win. So, for example, you can get Tight Grip, which, look at this, I can discard to do 2 damage. You can gain these from these cards here, which is one of my favorite things about this game. I could get these cards. I could get this card. All these will power up your deck. So then when you get to this mission, you'll be able to do a lot better than I did with these base cards, because that was pretty funny. I can't even believe I made it to part 2. And of course, the reason we did is we were on easy mode. Wow. Okay. There you have it. That is the playthrough for the Phantom. And this is, of course, that expansion. I only was able to show you a little bit. Not only, I actually wanted to show maybe a little bit more, but I got knocked out. That was awesome. I'm really excited when a game actually is pretty tough to play through and makes you really have to think about how to do your hand management, how to actually build a deck that could actually take this out. That's really cool. This is on Kickstarter as the time of this recording, so please go ahead and check out the link right up here. Also, please feel free to leave anything in the comments below. I would love to hear from everyone. I hope you enjoyed the playthrough. And if you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell symbol so you know when more playthroughs come out. Thank you again for watching, and if you're excited to see what comes next, then I need you to meet me at the table.